In life, we often believe that hard work is the only secret to success. But have you ever considered that just being diligent isn't enough? You must also act with wisdom and foresight. Think of it like a lamp that is always shining. No one pays it any mind. But the moment it suddenly goes dark, everyone notices. We are similar. If we fail to appropriately highlight our presence and our contributions to others, someone else might eventually step in and replace us, seeing us as disposable. Let's explore what today's tale can teach us about life. Once, there was a young man who worked in a factory. His instructor was an older, seasoned craftsman. This expert tradesman taught the young worker, "Learn to focus completely and work without excess chatter. Strive to be the best at everything you do in the factory so no one can ever take your place." 10 years later, when the older craftsman retired, the young man inherited his position. He continued to follow his mentor's guidance, working with dedication and sheer effort. One day, he went to visit his former teacher. The older man saw his student sitting there looking a bit distressed and asked, "What is bothering you? Are you having any problems?" The young man sighed and replied, "I have followed every piece of advice you gave me. I work with total concentration. I keep quiet, and I know that no one in the factory is as skilled as I am. I've developed a comprehensive competence in everything. But there's one thing I can't grasp. Those who possess less than half my capability have been promoted. Yet my salary remains as low as it was when I was your assistant." The older craftsman asked, "Do you truly believe you have become very essential to this factory?" The young man gave a firm nod. "Yes." The old man thought for a moment, then suggested, "Then do this. Tomorrow, take a day off using some excuse. You could use a little rest." The young man was surprised but decided the advice made sense. He thanked his mentor and immediately requested leave. When he returned to work the next day, his supervisor called him into the office. He said, "Because of your absence, the factory ran into many issues. The tasks you usually handle with such ease couldn't be properly solved by others." Recognizing his importance, the manager promoted him to senior technician and urged him to continue working with the same level of commitment. The young man was grateful for his mentor's insight, realizing it was the genuine secret to success. From that day on, whenever he felt he wasn't getting the respect or benefits he deserved, he would take a day off. And the following day, he would find that the situation had improved in his favor. This routine went on for several months. One day, to his shock, he found he was not allowed to enter the factory. He was informed that he no longer had a job. He couldn't believe it. With a voice full of hurt pride, he asked his mentor, "Why did I lose my job? Didn't I work according to your advice?" The older man shook his head and said, "In reality, you only learned half the lesson, not the whole thing. You grasped that when a lamp always stays on, no one notices how important it is. People only realize its worth when it suddenly shuts off. That's when they understand they've been taking it for granted. But you were in such a rush to apply that lesson that you never heard the second part." The young man was stunned and asked, "The second part?" The wise craftsman slowly responded, "The second part is even more crucial than the first. If a lamp keeps flickering off and on, sooner or later it will be replaced with a better one. After all, who wants a lamp they can't depend on? Look at our own lives," he continued. "We often take our family or friends for granted because they are always there for us. But what if one day they are no longer around? Only then do we truly recognize how essential they are. So don't wait for that day. Be grateful to them today, and don't let others ignore you. However, this doesn't mean you should give everything up just to prove your significance. Keep up your work and always maintain